Have you ever wondered what would happen if the world of Naruto faced a threat so big, not even the full power of Team 7 could handle it? A threat that wasn't about good or evil, but about a terrifying, inevitable balance. Well, get ready, because today we're diving into a fan-made finale that's so epic, it feels like it could be a real movie. This isn't just another filler arc. This is a story that pushes Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, and a brand new character to their absolute limits. So let's set the stage. We're in the Thunderfall Forest, a place crackling with untamed energy. For 10 episodes, Team 7 has been dealing with a mysterious villain named Raven and his connection to something called the Storm Core. But now Raven is gone, and his final act has triggered a catastrophe. The Storm Core, this ancient, powerful artifact, is fractured. It's no longer just the source of storms. It's a black hole for chakra, sucking the life out of the forest, the trees, the very ground itself. The balance has tipped, and the forest isn't just reacting anymore, it's dying. And that's not even the worst part. Raven's last command awakens something called the Storm Will. Imagine a mindless, godlike force of nature whose only purpose is to hit the reset button on the world. By erasing it completely. This isn't a villain you can reason with or punch into submission. It's a fundamental law of nature gone haywire. Right in the middle of all this chaos is Kira, a character with a deep, mysterious connection to the storm. As the sky literally starts to fracture and trees are ripped from the ground and pulled into the air, Sakura screams that the forest is losing its form. But Kakashi, ever the strategist, sees the horrifying truth. He says, no, it's being rewritten. The world around them is being unmade and remade into something else entirely. It's here that Kira finally understands the whole picture. She steps forward, her unique Moonlight Chakra flaring to life, creating a small pocket of stability in the swirling vortex of destruction. She looks at her team and reveals the devastating truth. The Storm Core wasn't created by some power-hungry villain. It was forged in a desperate attempt to end all wars. By ending everything. It's a weapon of absolute peace through absolute annihilation. The sheer weight of that revelation hits Team 7 like a physical blow. There's no one to blame, no evil to conquer, just a terrifying logical conclusion that they have to stop. As if on cue, the Storm Will manifests. It's not a person, but a colossal entity made of pure lightning and roaring thunder. It speaks, its voice the sound of 1,000 storms at once, and its message is chilling. Balance requires erasure. This is where we get one of the most classic badass Naruto moments you could ever ask for. Without a second of hesitation, Naruto glares at this cosmic being of destruction and just yells, "Then your balance sucks." And with that, he charges. Alone. He's not just fighting a monster. He's fighting the very concept of fate, of a sacrifice he refuses to accept. Of course, Naruto is never truly alone. This is where the magic of Team 7 shines brightest. As Naruto takes the fight directly to the Storm Will, Sasuke, in a stunning display of skill and precision, uses his Sharingan to identify and disable the control nodes that anchor the entity to the physical world. He's not just attacking wildly. He's surgically dismantling the storm's power source. Meanwhile, Sakura is the heart of the operation. She's not just a healer. She's the anchor that keeps Naruto on his feet. Every time he gets knocked back by the overwhelming power of the storm, she's there, channeling her chakra, pushing him, keeping him in the fight long after he should have been defeated. It's a perfect trinity of power, strategy, and support. But even with their combined strength, it's not enough. The Storm Will is simply too powerful, its destructive energy threatening to overwhelm them all. This is when Kakashi steps up. He knows that a direct confrontation is a losing battle. They need to buy time. He begins forming hand signs for a forbidden seal, one that puts his own life on the line. As the seal glows on his hand, he looks at his students, not with fear, but with a calm resolve. He says, "This is what teachers are for." He's fully prepared to sacrifice himself to contain the storm long enough for his team to find a solution. He's ready to be the wall that holds back the apocalypse, embodying the will of fire to protect the next generation. This is the ultimate dilemma. To stop the storm permanently, someone has to enter the core and sever its consciousness. But doing so means being completely erased, not just from life, but from the storm's very existence, as if they never were. Naruto refuses to let anyone make that sacrifice. Kakashi is about to make it himself, but Kira sees another way. In the heart of the chaos, as Kakashi prepares his final jutsu and her friends fight for their lives, Kira makes her choice. She walks towards the cracked, pulsating storm core. Everyone expects her to sacrifice herself, to become the one who is erased. But she doesn't. Instead of severing the core's consciousness, she enters it and uses her unique Moonlight Chakra to do something impossible. She rewrites its very nature. She doesn't destroy the power, she transforms it. She splits the storm's immense, destructive chakra into countless smaller streams and disperses it harmlessly back into the land, like a gentle rain feeding the earth. As she works this miracle, her own Moonlight Chakra begins to fade, and for a heart-stopping moment, it looks like she might be fading with it. But then, she remains. Exhausted, drained, but alive and whole, the storm breaks. The roaring thunder stops. The violent whines die down, and a gentle normal rain begins to fall. The Thunderfall Forest, torn apart moments before, seems to take a collective breath. It's peaceful. Everyone survived. Naruto, grinning from ear to ear, looks over at Kira and says, "Told you. Nobody disappears on my watch." And Kira, finally free from the burden of the storm, gives a tired but genuine smile. The day is saved, not through sacrifice, but through ingenuity and the refusal to give up on anyone. It's a victory that feels earned in every possible way. But the story doesn't quite end there. As Team 7 prepares to leave the now healing forest, Kakashi pauses and looks back. He sees a single shimmering feather made of lightning materialize in the air for just a moment before dissolving into dust. A final remnant of the storm will, and in that quiet moment, a thought crosses Kakashi's mind, a chilling premonition for the future. Some storms don't end. They learn. And that, my friends, is how you end a season. You give us a complete, satisfying victory, close all the current story arcs, but leave just a tiny, ominous seed for what's to come. It's a perfect setup for a new season, hinting at new threats and a darker, more complex world. What an incredible concept for a Naruto story. It respects the core themes of the original series, teamwork, determination, and challenging fate, while introducing new ideas that feel fresh and exciting. So what do you think? Did you love this fan-made finale as much as I did? The idea of a threat that isn't evil, just a force of nature, is so compelling. And Kira's solution, rewriting the problem instead of just destroying it, is pure genius.